Hello and welcome back to my Tarot Corner, and this reading is about Netflix intention to recreate the Diana interview with what was his name, that reporter that deceived her, and Bashir. So they decided that that this is a good idea to recreate that interview, and I think it is a sick idea. But I was wondering, will this be the final straw for Harry? Will he finally decide that it's enough is enough, and that Netflix cannot step on his mother's grave any longer? And I'm using the tarot Mucha, I think that's its name, which is a beautiful deck, and very much like the Rider-Waite. So it has a lot of the Rider-Waite imagery, but it is very beautiful, and another one of my favorites. So I'm going to start with clearing the deck once more, and I will now ask it like this: will Netflix new venture of recreating Diana's interview with Muhammad Bashir make Harry decide to leave Netflix? Will Harry decide to leave Netflix after Netflix decided to recreate Diana's interview? Will Harry decide it's enough and will leave Netflix because of that? So we'll do a Kachina knife and see what are the energies between Harry and Netflix. So first we get Harry, and Harry is depicted as the Queen of Wands. Now the Queen of Wands is usually what is describing Megan. So I would say that Megan is the one controlling Harry, because the Queen of Wands is the one that wants to be seen as the leader, but she's actually very much egotistical, thinking only about herself, doesn't care at all about others, and of course loves to perform in front of an audience. So I would say that it's not Harry that is deciding, it's only Megan, and Megan is the one that will decide whether or not they will leave Netflix. Harry has nothing to say about it. And let's see what is Netflix energy, where are they coming from? And we get the Seven of Pentacles. Now the Seven of Pentacles, first of all, it's a card of money, so they know that it is something that will bring them money. But the Seven of Pentacles is also disappointment from reality. So they are disappointed from what they got from the Sussexes up until now, and they are willing to do whatever they can to get the money they want. And this is exactly what this card says. This card is talking about ending a relationship, about resigning from work, but it also means firing someone. So Netflix maybe are not going to fire Harry and Meghan, but for them, they are very disappointed from what Harry and Meghan pitched up until now. They don't see anything coming from them, so they decided that this is their way of monetizing Diana, and the fact that Harry is in their pocket is very helpful for them, because he's not going to object probably. So let's see what is in the past position. And in the past position, we get the High Priestess, I'm sorry. And the High Priestess is the card of mystery, is the card of going after the mystery. So the mystery of Princess Diana is very much interesting. And they believe that this is a way for them to get people interested in what they do. But the High Priestess is also someone who is in dire need for mental therapy, mental health therapy, someone who is afraid of life, someone who is afraid of change. And I think that this is a very good description of how Princess Diana was in the last days of her life, because she was a frightened person, and Muhammad Bashir made sure to play on those fears in order to get her to do that interview. And this is exactly what they want to depict in that TV show. So this is in the past, and let's see what is the energy between Netflix and Harry, or Meghan that represents Harry. And we get the Knight of, no, not the Knight, that's the, I think it's not the Knight, I think it's the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is the eternal student. It is someone who is always jumping from one thing to another, because he always wants to study, and how as much as he studies, it's not enough. So he finishes one thing, and he goes back and goes and starts studying another thing. And this is why we call him the eternal student. But what it actually means, it's that he is getting bored very quickly, and he jumps from one project to another very quickly. He values his freedom very much, and this, if we look at this as the energy between Harry or the Sussexes and Netflix, that means that Netflix value their freedom to do whatever they want, and they resent the fact that Harry and Meghan are just jumping from one project to another and not committing to anything, because this is what the Page of Wands is. He is the one who is not committing to anything. He is jumping from one project to another, and he is just the eternal student. So this is the energy between the both of them, and the outcome is the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is a card that speaks about the last obstacle that you need to hold on, and if you hold on and you pass this last obstacle, you'll be able to go forward. But what we know is that the card after the Nine of Wands is the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Wands is the card of too much burden. So this is the person that thinks that just one more obstacle that he will go through and everything will be okay. He is the one that wants to fix everything that is wrong. He is the one that wants to perform the correct action, but he is not really involved in what is going on. So what I would say it says in this spread is that both Harry and Meghan and both Netflix believe that this is an obstacle that they need to go through, and once they go through that obstacle, everything will be okay. Both Netflix and the Sussexes believe that this is an obstacle that it's not very difficult to go through, and they believe that it will be beneficial for both of them. And Harry by not saying no, and Netflix by taking out and doing that program. And the advice for them is the Two of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands is a card of a beginning of a journey. And when the Two of Wands comes up, it says you need to embark on a voyage to realize your potential. And this is someone who is looking at the globus and thinking of where she can go. And you can see that all of the almost most of the people here are women, and this is a card that speaks about self-fulfillment. This is a card that speaks about studies, about life skills. So I would say that the actual advice here is for everyone, Netflix and the Sussexes, to take a step backwards, because the Two of Wands is one of the cards that is in the beginning of the series of the Wands, and they want to jump all the way to the Nine of Wands. But the Two of Wands tells them, wait, start small, start a voyage of realizing the potential, start studying, and little by little fulfill your potential. But this card shows that they lack knowledge. They don't know exactly what they are doing, and this card is a warning card, because it tells them that if they won't do that in the right way, they will not be able to go forward. And going forward is the Three of Wands, which is another card of recognition and cooperation. So if they do it correctly, they will be able to get positive results, but they need to be very careful. And the card that is actually explaining this card, the advice card, or well, I don't know, I forgot the word. So explaining it, or gives more of an adventure, is the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is a card of feeling threatened and acting out of feeling threatened. And when you act out of feeling threatened, you end up in the Five of Pentacles, which is destruction. So this is okay. This card clarifies. This was the word that I was looking for, and this card clarifies the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands speaks about a beginning of a journey and the need to study more, to learn more in order to know what they're doing. And this card is another warning, telling them don't act out of feeling threatened, because if you act out of feeling threatened, you'll end up in a destruction. So all in all, I would say that Harry is not going to leave Netflix, and Netflix are going to depict Diana as a mystery woman, and they very much want to get their money worth, and this is why they're doing it, because they are disappointed from what they got from the Sussexes up until now. And the person that actually decides everything is Meghan, not Harry. Now, I want to use the Rebel card, the Rebel deck, and the Rebel deck, as you remember, has a lot of four-letter words, and I want to use it because I want to know what would William say to them if he could. Because we know that William means to fight them as much as he can and prevent this venture to happen. He doesn't want this program made. So if he could use all of those four-letter words, what would he have said to Netflix? So let's check. And I'm starting with clearing the deck. And what would William say to Netflix if he could? What would William say to Netflix if he could? What would William say to Netflix if he could? And let's see what we get. And we get here a lot of money. Okay, so he knows that their wish is to get a lot of money, and that everything that they do is regarding the money. And he would say to them, make it rain. So you want a lot of money, so make it rain a lot of money. But he knows exactly what are the motives behind that program. And that program is because they want a lot of money. And if he could, he would say to them, if you are going to do that program, at least make it rain money. So this is what I get about this venture of Netflix, William and Harry. And I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like, subscribe, write me a comment, write me an email, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.